You are watching Access LaPorte County, Channel 97. Coming up next is the June 16th meeting of the Michigan City Sustainability Commission. You can find information on this meeting by visiting www.accesslaportecounty.org.
Okay. I'll call the meeting to order at 4:35. This is the meeting of the Michigan City Sustainability Commission, June 16th, 2022 at 4:30 p.m. Everybody will probably notice we're meeting in a different room today, and we're going to do our best, but I know lots of times we work off of facial visual cues, so we may be a little bit at a disadvantage today, but please be patient with us, and we'll go ahead and get started then. Laura, would you please take roll call for us?
Mary Kate Neary is excused. Angela Reynolds.
Turn on your mic.
Push up.
Here.
Bailey Chavis.
Here.
Tristan Bogart. Push up.
Here.
Andy Johns Davis.
Here.
Daisy Lee.
Here.
Kay Moore.
Present.
Latanya Troutman is excused. Laura Henderson here. Nancy Moldenauer.
Here.
Tim Bauer.
Here.
Bryant Dabney is excused. Clarence Halsey, absent. We have a quorum.
Thank you very much, Laura. What I'd like to do next is to ask for a motion for approval of the May 12th, 2022 minutes. We'll make a motion to approve those.
I motion to approve the minutes from May 2022.
Thank you, Andy. Who'll second that?
Ray Moore seconds the motion.
Faye, thank you for seconding that. All approved, please raise your right hand
Aye.
and say aye.
Aye.
Is there anybody opposed? Okay, minutes are accepted as submitted. Thank you. Okay, today some people noticed that Philip Kohler wasn't here, and I want to give him a heartfelt thanks and a big shout out for his service to the Michigan City Sustainability Commission. His enthusiasm for bicycling and his service of a full term was very significant for this commission. So just Philip, thank you so very much, and for doing a great job for us. Thank you. I want to make an announcement that we're moving back our regular time of our meeting to 4:30 p.m. Us moving the meeting earlier today was received extremely well, and many voiced approval for that. Also, we will be meeting the second Thursday of the month, and I want to apologize for my mistake this month by not getting the paperwork in time to the clerk's office. So from now on, moving forward, second Thursday of the month as usual, and we'll be meeting an hour earlier at 4:30 p.m. And hopefully we'll be able to move back to the community meeting room next month. Thank you. Okay, we'll move on to our project teams now. And the solar power options for city government. Tristan, would you like to give us an update to that?
Yes. Just sent an email out to the to the city official regarding the properties we are looking at, and hopefully should have an update next month.
Okay, just so people are clear on that, Tristan is looking for the owners of the property at certain addresses in the city. So thank you for following up on that, and thanks for sending the email out also. Okay, our next project team is funeral homes and crematoriums with Plant a Tree Opportunity. Bailey, would you like to give us an update on that?
Yes, I would. I wish it were a more optimistic one, but Geisner Carlisle does not seem to want to work with us. So their name is going to be excluded from our final list, which is a list that I could send to who for the final submission.
What I would like to request is if you would write a little article about that, not like an article, but just a little blurb about that. And if you send that to Andy, then she'd be able to post that on our social media Facebook page.
Okay, yes, I can do that.
And then also, if you feel like writing a longer article, then we can send that to the local media outlets to see if they publish that also.
Yes, I can do that. Thank you.
Okay, and thank you for your persistence. It took a long time to finally get a response from them, and I think being determined like that, it's a great personal characteristic to have. So thank you, Bailey. Okay, caught you being green, and Andy?
Hello. Anyway, I have a couple of options for the articles for Caught You Being Green. Bailey's, that'll be a really good one. And whatever you want to write, if you want to send it over and we can add a little or not, just, I won't byline it for me, I promise. And then I did have one from Daisy and a couple other ideas that are rolling around in there. I've been posting a lot of, well, not a lot, but mostly about local businesses for the small Caught You Being Greens. Their takeaway containers and utensils and things. It's really a big deal when you pay attention to the little stuff. I think it matters.
Would you share with us?
Oh yeah, the two that that I recently posted were Truffles Bakery, and they have sustainably forested containers, boxes, and bags. And then the Shoreline Brewery, they probably have more than just this, but I witnessed the wood coffee stirrer instead of the plastic ones. So those are, easily compostable in a lot of places as well. So that's always fun. And if anybody has any ideas, send them over and I'll post them, give a shout out, especially the small blurbs for local businesses. Those are fun. I think that's all for Caught You Being Green, but we would move on to the recipient of the Nora L. Schultz Sustainability Tribute Sustainability Award. I can never get that whole thing out there correctly. Anyway, we had a couple of nominations, and the winner is Julie Smith. She's a Michigan City local. She's we'll probably put her whole bio out next week or next month, but she's a master recycler, a master naturalist, carries her straws around with her, and is very active in the Great Green Michigan City Green Clean, and she posts a lot on there. Oftentimes she's got her trailer and her children out with her and getting tires and all of the giant garbage. So I think she deserves it. She's also volunteered with Daisy on Better World Day with the middle schools, so I think she's right in the vein for who deserves the award. I think that's about it. Unless there's any questions, we will award at next month's meeting.
Thank you very much, Andy, and I want to thank the commissioners that actually voted for this particular award going out this year. And we had close to half a dozen nominations, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it was a really nice showing this year. So thank you to everybody in the community that submitted somebody's name that you thought was worthy of receiving this award. So next, we're moving on to waste reduction. I love to call it garbology. Daisy, do you have any updates for us on that?
I don't have any updates, but it looks like you have an update about a cool sculpture.
Okay. Ed Shin, who's the superintendent of the Michigan City Parks and Rec Department, we had the opportunity to meet with NIPSCO's environmental department, and we pitched the idea of actually seeing about getting an artist commissioned rendition of one of the native fishes of Lake Michigan. And this would be a container such that people would be able to put in their recyclable plastic bottles in aluminum cans. And then when it filled up, it could be cleaned out and the items could be taken to the LaPorte County Waste Reduction Facility for recycling. So far, we have yeses from Ed Shin in Parks and Rec. We have a yes from Sacha D. Burns, who's with Waste Management. And then Daisy, I think you and your students are on board, correct?
Always.
Okay, great. So this is what we were calling the monster, because we didn't know what to do about the bottles and cans on the beach. And this could be sort of a carrot type thing, you know, you make it fun for people to feed the fish. So we'll call it that, feed the fish. And so our next, I need to follow up, or Daisy, you and your students could follow up with NIPSCO if I send that information to you, okay? Okay, great. So, yay for us.
Just to clarify for me, is NIPSCO involved to fund the artist? Is that the deal?
We're hoping to get their foundation interested and involved so that actually they would help with the funding. Yes, that's what we're hoping for.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Solar Neighbors United, I'll take care of that since I think I'm the one that's probably been keeping closest tabs on that. I do want to make an announcement for LaTanya Troutman right now. Solar United Neighbors is hiring right now, and they have positions posted on their social media page on Facebook, and also I believe she said soon there'll be positions posted on their website. So if anybody's interested in pursuing a career in solar energy and solar panels, this could be a good opportunity for them. So far, good news I received from Dan is that there may be one more person signing a contract. Even though last month I reported contracts were done, he said, no, that's not the case. They're still working with somebody. So we may have an additional sign up. And then 61 persons had indicated interest in the free cooperative. 17 of those were in Michigan City, which is a much higher number than we had round one. Satellite review and solar energy system installer visit has been completed on 30. There's a site visit scheduled for 1. Proposals have been submitted to 9, and what that is the electrical contractor has given detailed plans to those individuals. 6 were disqualified by the installer. Opportunity was lost on 6. We have signed contract on 6. Cancel contract of 2, and installation completed on 1, so let's give a round of applause for that. That's our first completed solar installation for round 2. And then Dan assured me that we'll be making plans for round 3 probably in the fall. That's going to be happening. So thank you, Faye Moore, for being our ambassador for solar. And you never got to tell us about your open house because you weren't there that day. So would you share with people the open house you had at your place? People came over, they looked at your solar panels.
Well, that was so long ago.
But I know, but you didn't get a chance to tell us about it, so.
Okay, I'd rather tell you that my current bill this month for electric was $13.95.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to brag on Faye because she held a wonderful open house to kick off round 3, and people from the neighborhood dropped by. We had people from different parts of Michigan City, even Edgewood, that came, and she graciously showed everybody her panels, her battery, her transformer, all the stuff that goes into that, and I declare her the hostess with the mostest, because she had snack bags for people and also water. So Faye, thank you so very much. If you won't brag on yourself, I will. Okay, moving on. Continue promoting SolSmart Silver designation with partner Indiana University Resilience Cohort. I'm just asking a question right now. You know, we had a couple really large newspaper articles. Andy and I had the presentation here at City Hall. And the question is, what can we do to keep this designation that our city received that we can use to attract and entice people to look at solar? You know, what can we be doing ongoingly to be sure that people know that we have that new link they can click on and they'll get everything they need to know as far as getting started with solar? That's on the city website, on our Sustainability Commission page, government website page. So this is more a question at this time, and you know, if anybody has any ideas, you know, if you'd like to share those, that would be great.
Well, I think like you're doing now, at each one of our meetings, maybe we should remind people that if they are interested in finding out information about the solar panels, that you can go to our website, on Facebook page, eMichigan City, and there's even videos to help you understand how it works.
Okay, so we have a suggestion of monthly mention here at our commission meetings. Thank you, Faye. Okay, and if any of you come up with any other ideas, you can just, you know, email me and we can incorporate them into our agenda, okay, and then explore and decide if that's something that we're interested in doing or not. Okay? Okay, thank you. Okay, we're up to the U.S. Department of Energy's National Renewable Energy Laboratory, NREL. And Ed Shin, Tristan, Bailey, Daisy, Laura, and I met with Scott Belding, our consultant, on Tuesday. And I've asked Tristan if he would give us an update as far as what happened at the meeting. Thank you.
Yeah, I'd like to update. Scott has actually already met with NIPSCO. We haven't heard from that summary yet, but I'm sure it's very promising that we're moving quite persistently on this project, and we're doing, I think we're all doing a great job, and that great progress is being made.
Thank you, Tristan. Does anybody have questions for anybody on that particular project team? Okay, great. One thing we got really clear on is that with the amount of sunlight that we have in Michigan City, it's going to be possible to charge cars both summer and winter. During the summertime, we have 100% solar power capacity to do 10 vehicles at a time. And the way this works out is 100 parking spaces actually provide enough solar array space to generate those 10 stations. So this is pretty exciting, actually. So, yeah. Okay, then we'll move on to setting our regional climate/resilient goals and actions. And Laura, you attended that meeting with me, and we're back on track, I'll say that. And we're working on our goals right now is what we're working on, and I'm trying to figure out what the points of emphasis will be, and then also how improvement in those particular areas can be measured, because again, we're talking about lowering greenhouse gas emissions, which overall will lower our carbon footprint for all of Northwest Indiana. So I'll just say it's a work in progress at this point, and we're taking July off and we'll not be getting back together until August. So Laura, did you want to add anything to that?
I thought it was interesting. There were several breakout groups. I don't remember them all, but I know that there was one on agriculture, forestry, and natural spaces, because I went to that one. There was one about transportation, because Nancy went to that one. And what else was there?
I think there was one like on overall policy, government.
And was there not one about data?
Yes, there was one on data, yes, you're correct. Yeah. So those are the groups that are meeting and figuring out the smaller details of what the focus is going to be and then how to measure goal success. Thank you, Laura. Okay, we're down to Carbon Neutral Indiana. I don't know if I reported this last month or not, but there's been one sign up already out of the people that met with Daisy and Angie at the at our Earth Month extravaganza. So, and I don't know how far Daniel has gotten with the rest of the people on the list, but he was really excited about that. And the two of you collected more people than he's ever collected in any conference or tabling event. So thank you so much and congratulations to both of you for doing that. We're down to Soul Power. I put Faye Moore's name down here also because this really is a project of the NAACP. And I heard from Danita Scully that a new course was started on Monday, June 6th. And this is in partnership with NAACP, Work One, Ivy Tech, and IBEW. That's the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers. And we helped with the promotion and recruitment of this event on social media. So we did a blast all over the whole Facebook universe, and I do believe people did at least inquire out of those announcements that were made. Faye, did you want to say anything about this?
Well, not just about the Soul Power, but also Just Transition and the NAACP were doing the June 25th.
Announcements.
The announcement.
Yeah, we'll have Faye wait for the announcements for that. Thank you, Faye. If we jump around the agenda, I get confused and lost. Okay, so we're going to continue our partnership with Soul Power, so I think that's the important thing that I can let our commissioners know and Michigan City, because we were there from the very beginning of this project, so as one of the supporters and promoters. And again, this ties right into reducing our greenhouse gas emissions and making our carbon footprint smaller by having individuals trained in the area of solar installation. Okay, I sent out an email to everybody on the commission about an opportunity we have. We're very fortunate that Drive Clean Indiana, which is formerly South Shores Clean Cities, they're having their annual conference and expo here in Michigan City at the Blue Chip Casino. That's going to be Tuesday, August 9th from 8 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. They're going to have 2 exhibition halls. Okay, so it's going to be a lot bigger this year and much more exciting. I attended one over in South Bend a couple years back, probably 3 by now. If you're interested in going, just let me know, and then you'll need to let me know what your food choice is too. I'm not going to read these out loud because we don't want our viewers to get hungry and leave watching this wonderful recording that Kevin's doing for us today. Okay, this is the point for the invitation, Faye. This is you now, okay?
Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, Nancy. Yes, Project Lake Michigan and Trail Creek, Urgent Community Health Forum, Saturday, June 25th at 4 p.m. at the Hope Community Center, 222 McClellan Avenue, Michigan City, Indiana. That's the old Park School for those that's been here a while, where the whole building is. And please come out. It's going to be lots of information. We it's really telling you about the health issues, that why the cold ash is so important, that is removed properly, because it really does affect the health in the city. We hope to keep it down to no more than 2 hours. There will be free food, and there might be a couple of vendors. And all the public is asked to come and support. Thank you.
Additional information I picked up is they're asking for people to please register so they know how to prepare for the event. And that registration is available on Just Transition Northwest Indiana's Facebook page and also on their website. So both of those places you can register. And then Ashley Williams and Susan Thomas keep reminding me that their petition to protect Lake Michigan from coal ash is still open. And you can find that on their Facebook page and also on their website. So, thank you, Faye. That was a great invitation and introduction to what's going to be happening. Thank you.
Thank you.
We're down to commission comments, so this is the time for any commissioners to share, thoughts that they may have. This is not announcements yet, okay? So this is commission comments. So if you've been thinking about something, or there's something of green importance that you think the community should know about, this is an opportunity to bring up things that are not on the agenda.
So the tree board, Tree board has recently created its own Facebook page finally, so you can check it out. Like it if you like it. That would be great.
I would just like to encourage those few that might be watching us tonight to encourage other people to watch the Sustainability Commission meeting, because our environment is very important that you keep abreast as to what's going on in the community and about your environment, because it does help if you helps you keep down your health costs and everything if you keep your environment clean.
Anybody else have anything they'd like to share? And I'm going to encourage all of us commissioners to go onto the Tree Board Facebook page and like it. And the other thing you can do is you can invite friends to like the page too. And that really helps if a friend of yours gets an invitation from you to take a look at a page and to like it. So we can help speed up the sharing of this new wonderful resource that we have from one of our sister boards in Michigan City. So, thank you, Laura. Okay, we're down to public comments. Would anybody like to make public comments? Okay, we'll move on to the agenda, and this is announcements. Anybody have additional announcements to make? Daisy?
Saturday, June 18th from 1 to 9 p.m. is Michigan City Pride Fest. It's going to be at Guy Foreman Amphitheater here in Washington Park. We have music and performers all day, and then a family-friendly drag show from 6 to 8. We have over 35 community booths and vendors. We have 3 food trucks coming and a snow cone truck. And we have a youth area with wonderful activities and lots of snacks. And if you are interested in volunteering, check out our Facebook page, Michigan City Pride Fest 2022, and you can see a link for Sign Up Genius to sign up to volunteer. And if you sign up to volunteer, you get a free t-shirt and free lunch from Fiddlehead.
Very nice, Daisy. I also want to let members of our community know that one of our favorite sons will be coming back to Michigan City for Pride Fest. His name is Sire James. He attended Krieger Middle School. He was a graduate of Elston High School. And he's a professional singer who now lives in Los Angeles. And he's the voice of Barry White for the worldwide tours. So you don't want to miss his performance. I believe I saw he takes the stage at 5:20, if I'm remembering correctly. And you can also look up the whole schedule on the, what?
That is correct.
That is correct. Oh, thank you. Oh, Tim, are you in charge of the stage? Oh, Tim made the schedule. Thank goodness. Wonderful. So, people that went to school with him, it'd be a great opportunity to, come and see him and welcome him back to our community. He performed 3 years ago, if I'm remembering correctly. So, just a wonderful gentleman, a big heart, and a great advocate for all things to do with race and with equality. So, okay, any other announcements? Okay.
Yes, Juneteenth is June 19th, and I'd like to say congratulations, happy anniversary, happy celebration to Juneteenth for the African Americans that found out that they were no longer slaves. And the Emancipation Proclamation, of course, freed the slaves, but it took 2.5 years for some people to find out. So they found out in June 19th, 1895. So we celebrate, African Americans celebrate Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth. And happy Father's Day for fathers.
Thank you, Faye. Okay, and then,
I have
oh, you have an announcement? Thank you.
There's so much going on right now. It's summertime, right? Before Pride, so you can still go to Pride, there's kayaking on Marquette Park Lagoon in Gary. Brown Faces, Green Spaces is providing that event, and you can go on their Facebook page. And then the following Saturday is another paddle, Northwest Indiana Paddle Association, their annual Trail Creek Fun Float. Times vary, they leave at different times, so check out their Facebook page. That's June 25th. I believe the first time is around 10. Don't quote me on that, they're in the morning, but it's a good time. There are kayaks available if you don't have one, but you have to register, so Facebook page for that. The 18th was Brown Faces, Green Spaces, and the 25th is Northwest Indiana Paddle Association.
Thank you, Andy. If you haven't been over to that park, I would recommend visiting. There's a couple of really nice hiking trails, and the space to paddle, it's contained. It looks really safe, but there's a lot of room. So it's beautiful over there, and especially doing it, in the evenings. It's just going to be wonderful. Okay, I want to make an announcement that our next meeting will be on July 14th, which is the second Thursday of the month. And again, we're going back to our 4:30 p.m. time. And then hopefully next month we'll be back in the community meeting room. Okay, could I ask for, let me see, we are at 5:10. Would somebody make a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn the meeting?
Thank you, Tim. And would somebody second that?
I second. Motion to adjourn the meeting.
Thank you, Andy. And all in favor, raise your right hand and say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, thank you all very much. Appreciate your participation and your hard work between our meetings also. You can tell this commission works because when we come, we have reports and progress has been made with most of the things we're working on. So thank you, everybody.